We are starting Murder on Eridanos.
Welcome back, Captain. I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw, beginning playback now.
What? Oh, is this on? Oh, it's on right now. Oh, black.
The transmission is complete, Captain.
Alright.
Certainly, Captain. I was hoping you would ask.
Rizzo's presents Murder on Eridanos.
It was the law-forsaken parasites. I had become obsessed. My quest to stop them. To avenge my partner, Philip. And my ex-partner, Bernice. And Lieutenant Jurgen.
Ew.
And those two informants had brought me to Rizzo's distillery. But it wasn't just the triple distilled deliciousness of Rizzo's Spectrum brand vodka that I found there. It was death. I
And
made
roaches.
sure the Brain Eaters paid the price. But at what cost to me?
Really don't like the stuttering in this cutscene, but what can you do?
It's you.
This is the Halcyon News Network with breaking news. Halcyon Helen has been murdered. Administrator Ludovico of Rizzo's refused to answer the big question on everyone's mind. Who will Spectrum Vodka's next spokesperson be? Claiming that a special investigation must be concluded first.
Captain, we have a communication coming in from one Administrator Ludovico.
Get off the transmission, Cedric. We agreed to let me do the negotiating. Law be with you, friend. I am Administrator Ludovico of the famed Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. But there's no need to stand on formality. You may address me as Mr.
How about I just call you Lou?
How about not?
Okay, Lou.
I apologize if I've struck too familiar a tone for your tastes. Let me get right to the point. Halcyon Helen is dead. Murdered. Her
Yes, I
death
saw.
is the tragedy of our lifetime. As the face of our new product line, her murder is a stain on the Rizzo's brand. She was scheduled to unveil our newest product, Spectrum Brown, before this tragic event. But we cannot move forward with our unveiling until we apprehend the killer.
And your first thought was to come to me.
All right, Ludovico, that's enough. You don't know what you're doing. Let me handle this. Captain Hawthorne, Sublight's favorite freelancer. I'm such an admirer of your work. Cedric Kincannon, Sublight Underground. I'm so glad we're hiring a third-party investigator. No one wants to see a troop of UDL guards stomping all over my hotel. Least of all me. The murder of Halcyon Helen is a heinous assault on this colony. I look forward to watching you find the miscreant responsible and drag them out of the shadows. You're a compassionate person, Captain. And you're right. Halcyon Helen was a talented woman. She had a gift for transforming her art into wealth. You would not believe the money she made us on Dissident Busters.
For law's sake, Cedric, could you show a little discretion and not bring up your contraband operations in front of an outsider?
Ludovico, you wound me. I'm establishing rapport with our new contractor. Let's not give him the impression that you can't be trusted.
Do you really want to do this right now, Cedric? You want to antagonize me while I'm negotiating a contract. Because I promise you, I'll win.
Gentlemen, please. As far as I'm concerned, you're both idiots.
First sensible thing I've heard all day. My apologies, Mr. Ludovico. That was unprofessional of me. Captain, I'm Constable Maria Keene. Hiring a third-party investigator was my idea. I've been studying your dossier. You're a talented diplomat. You know how to ask questions, and you have a gift for getting answers without resorting to violence. As far as I'm concerned, you're the ideal inspector for this case.
I'm pleased to hear that. The future of our complex may depend on your success. I'll leave you in the constable's care. Mr. Kincannon and I must have a word.
Fine. Bud Rizzo's is paying for that hotel room.
I can't tell you how grateful I am for your help. And even though they may not show their gratitude, I know Administrator Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon appreciate your involvement. Mr. Kincannon could lose his spaceport if board authorities took over the investigation, and if Rizzo's is forced to cancel its unveiling, we might never recover. The Administrator oversees Rizzo's operations. Cedric runs the hotel and the spaceport. They're always at each other's throats. My life would be so much easier if they'd simply learned to work together. I'm pleased to hear that. From everything I've heard, you're a competent freelancer. And at the risk of sounding impertinent, we desperately need the help of someone competent. Thank you for your time, Captain.
Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now cleared to land at the Eridanos atmospheric complex.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of weird that I see the fucking broadcast of actor getting murdered and then they contact me.
There are several reasons why someone would hire your services. In descending order of likelihood, they are as follows: desperation, confusion, mistaken identity, inebriation, and genuine faith in your abilities.
First of all, you Captain Marvel-looking motherfucker, if you ever say some shit like that around me again, I will unsweeten your tea to the point that it's ungodly.
Eridanos is a hydrogen-helium gas giant, distinguished by a well-defined ring system. The Eridanos atmospheric complex is a system of land.
Alright, well, before we go there...
We're now in orbit above Roseway.
You.
Ah, I remember you. You must have... Aha. I asked you here because I have a working Given your unlawful
Kinda weird they sent me this shit this late in the game, but alright.
Eridanos. Recently famous.
Alright, we're bringing Ellie and Pavardi with us again. I know someone would probably say, like, why don't you bring the other companions? I like Ellie because she helps with healing, and Pavarti because she's a wholesome fucking being who is the second toughest one of the crew, besides Sam. Is that a worm in that whiskey bottle? Yes, it is. Looks like some shit from Tremors. Ooh! Fancy. Ladies, and me.
Oh, Captain, it's beautiful up here. Can we get more jobs like this one?
One day.
Hello, hello, hello there. Hope your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort. Sublight Salvage and Shipping Underground, or Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime. I can try. I was the one who found Helen's body in the Grand Ballroom. Corpse wasn't in the best shape. Aside from that, I don't know a whole lot. Helen was supposed to host the unveiling for Rizzo's newest product, Spectrum Brown. Until you catch the killer, the unveiling's been indefinitely postponed. Helen's death has been a shock for many. A lot of people are inconsolable. Hell, even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but I don't believe it.
I still don't understand why anyone would have it in for Ms. Helen.
We should ask if they're comping the minibar. This might take a while, if you get me.
Folks get heated when it comes to serials and their actors, I suppose. Not particularly. But I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat. Reckon how she came about her fame didn't help. Let's see here. Oh, I already spoke briefly about the Spectrum unveiling, or lack thereof. It's still an awful shame. A lot of folks looking forward to that. I do. Rizzo's happened to rent out the Grand Colonial Ballroom from Slug for the unveiling. A nice mutually beneficial event. But the murder's gone and ruined that. Along with 9 out of 10 of my favorite cereals. Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. Once you're ready, head down to the lobby. The ballroom is just behind the elevators. Meanwhile, I'll grab your bags.
Bags? What bags?
You're making fun, right? Your luggage, your belongings, kit, wherever you keep what you ain't wearing. You're still giving me a pretty blank look. Suppose it's none of my business, but do you just wear the same set of clothes all the time?
I just wear whatever I strip from my enemy's corpses, honestly.
Well, reckon I can respect your candor, even if it scares me a smidge. Anyhow, I'll look for you in the Grand Ballroom later. Hope you can unravel this mystery, Inspector.
Alright, time to Pink Panther this shit.
In my ear. I could have sworn you just said we aren't allowed to depart.
Apologies, sir, but the atmospheric complex is on complete lockdown. No one's allowed in or out.
Okay, this is gonna be an interesting little quest because we can't fucking leave.
No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed. You should be able to find the Colonial right ahead.
Paperwork? I like your uniform.
Fancy place. I hope they're not expecting us to pay.
It's kind of like a A24 film fucked Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
Someone so famous as Halcyon Helen could meet a fate like this.
Workplace malaise is moral bankruptcy. Happy workers lead to happy customers. Happy. Oh, okay. I guess cut me off then. I guess I just go fuck myself.
I wish I'd worn my muddy boots and the jacket with holes in it. Can you imagine the looks we'd get?
Girl, you love starting shit.
10 bits. This is all just some sort of publicity.
With Halcyon Helen gone, does that mean Spencer Woolrich will get all her roles?
Black Hole Bertie's disappeared, you know. The poor fellow must be inconsolable.
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you.
Nah, not this time. Let's take this seriously. Constable Keene, nice to meet you. We spoke over the Aetherwave.
Constable Maria Keene. It's good to meet you in person, Inspector.
Dr. Goodnight. Ecstatic to make your various acquaintances and so on. Are we finished with the pleasantries? There's something I'm excited to show you.
I guess you're talking about the body?
What body? Oh, that. Goodness, no. This is far more interesting than Halcyon Helen's rapidly cooling corpse.
Our coroner has developed
rapidly
a device
cooling,
which may prove useful in your investigation. Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, please. You make it sound as if I'm turning over stolen goods. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums with ontological potential. I'm so glad you asked. Allow me to explain. The discrepancy amplifier uses a deterministic model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what should be and what actually is. Then it renders any discrepancies visible by using the power of magnification.
So it's a magnifying glass, but fancy.
Yes, it's a magnifying glass, but an extraordinarily powerful one. It looks through the glass of reality itself.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but I'll bend that rule just this once. You'll want to peer into the amplifier and examine the crime scene.
Alright. First and foremost. Ooh, I got a fancy gun.
The discrepancy amplifier is now operational. Greetings, designated inspector and/or unauthorized larcenist. This unit has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin amplification. The discrepancy amplifier has been programmed with advanced speech recognition, scientific analysis, and deterministic calculus protocols.
Oh, you'll love this. Amplifier, tell the inspector about your features.
Please do not interrupt the discrepancy amplifier. The discrepancy amplifier is programmed to...
How curious.
This unit's features include an automated personality simulator. This unit has been programmed to simulate joy and satisfaction in assisting you.
Aha. Alright, let's see what we found.
This footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the grand ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants.
I'm all for taking pointless risks, but that's just disgusting.
It tastes earthy, with faint woody and fruity undertones. He walked through a vineyard.
Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular about their shoe size. It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint. The dirt carries traces of fertilizer, as well as the faint signs of crushed purpleberries and grass. Grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards, located not far from this.
Good work, Inspector. You'll need to check it.
Alright, gonna...
Nice.
This is a bottle of unreleased Rizzo's product. Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. Now calculate low to moderate likelihood. Correct. Bertie Black accessing the Grand Colonial Hotel is proud to serve the following VI. This evidence has been recorded for...
Okay.
I knew I should have gotten her autograph when I had the chance.
You'd think these people have never seen a corpse.
Black hole Bertie.
We should try to solve the puzzle hedges in the orchards. The prize is supposed to be...
You there.
I'm sorry. Oh, you're the special inspector. Mr. Kincannon warned me you'd be checking. Simply call the elevator in the lobby, and our highly skilled operator will deliver. Please, allow me to answer any curiosities you might have about our building and the amenities on offer. If you're sure.
Hello there. What authorized floor can I bring you to? Oh, so sorry. Next up.
Well, the gang's all here.
Inspector, I understand you've visited the scene of the crime. Halcyon Helen was an important cultural icon. She will be sorely missed. It's the circumstances of her death that trouble me. Our spokesperson was murdered just before the grand unveiling of Spectrum Brown. If I belonged to a rival company, I'd be ecstatic. It's always a possibility. Corporate sabotage is practically a pastime in this colony. Back to the matter at hand. Tell me about your investigation. Your discretion is appreciated. I admit, I'm beginning to feel more confident in this arrangement. Here, I'm granting you access through the gates to the orchards. You're officially authorized to see this investigation through to the end. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you into the spaceport. Possibly he's trying to hide something. Possibly he wants to annoy me. Possibly both.
Seems a little suspicious.
Cedric isn't my people. If he were, I would have had him fired years ago. Preferably into the sun. You have a lead to...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Aww.
The imprint left inside this suitcase matches the silhouette of Halcyon Helen's iconic handgun, the Needler. The weapon was recently removed.
Hi there, Inspector. It might be a little beyond my job description to ask, but at my heart, I'm still a bellhop. Was the suite to your liking? Now, I'd love to bring you to a floor of your... to the...
In case anyone's curious, yes, you can get that gun called the Needler. It's a really fascinating gun because it's got infinite ammo. Every time you hit the reload button, it changes its damage type. And overall, it's a pretty solid choice of weaponry. My only gripe with it is it's a really strong gun, but at the same time, you don't get it until the very end of this DLC, and you're probably going to be in the end game by the time you get to the end of this DLC. I know the most strongest things you're going to get in video games is in the end game, but this game doesn't have New Game Plus, and it's one of those weapons you kind of wish you had for from the middle of the game until the end, you know?
I hope the Lockdown? No one's supposed to be coming or going. And when I can't get a hold of anyone in the orchards, I can't make sure of that, can I?
No, Miss Vargas.
Swear to the architect, Matthias, if you've lost your rifle's ionization coil again. Oh, wait, you ain't part of my crew. What do you want? Tightly wound? Tightly wound? Damn right, I'm fine. I'm going to my calm place where there's peace and quiet, and none of my sprat fucking
your ear's a little hot.
bother me. On behalf of Slug, I'd like to apologize for that outburst, as well as all of my future outbursts. Yes, between the landing pad, lockdowns, if you're serious, I'd appreciate the miss. He was last stationed.
Right. I get the feeling I'm gonna hate this part. Like, I've played this, but I don't remember everything. I do remember you can get the Needler, though. So, if some parts are slow, I do apologize. Trying my best over here. Huh? Tamed Canid. Ain't no fucking way. Sorry about that itchy ear. Okay, so we're gonna... I'm gonna deal with that later.
I don't think I've ever seen an orchard before. I mean, other than Miss McDevitt's garden.
If
Timeline discrepancy. These footprints match the shoes previously analyzed.
Anything interesting?
I can deduce that Helen had salt tuna for breakfast last week. Pretty obvious if you know what you're looking for.
Believe me, you don't need a fancy gadget to detect saltuna breath.
Huh?
The weather calls for a harvest, I do believe.
Where's that status effect over him?
Well, sweet
Whoa.
hello there, valued visitor. I am sure sorry to break it to you, but our orchards are closed to all officially guided tours at this precise moment in time.
Oh, my dear Law. Sir, I don't mean to be rude, but do you know what's going on with your face?
Why, thank you! Rizzo's encourages all workers to put on a happy face when engaging with valued customers. Rizzo's does beseech you to please purchase one of our self-guided options if you're wishing to join one of our rejuvenative, relaxing, reformatory tours. Now with a Puzzle Hedges trademark maze hunt and special edition taste testing for an extra 35 bits a ticket. Why, you say that as if it's a bad thing. I am quite overcome with happiness, indeed. You won't find a Rizzo's worker in all of Eridanos who isn't a happy workers lead to and you know what never fails to bring a smile to my face? The breathtaking tour. Ah, you mean that lovely actor who got herself dead? Damn shame. She did come by, but not during any official tour. Can't imagine why she'd need to meet with our... Maybe it might have been... All I know is one of our certified tour guides could have given her... Can't say that I have. She wasn't, was she? That would be a mighty wretched way to go.
Deadly What the fuck is that name?
Pollinization by killer mosquitoes, indeedy. It's cutting-edge Rizzo's technology. But don't you worry, valued visitor. Our pollinization cycles only run when the orchards are empty. So you'd best steer clear of it for safety. Of course. What kind of investigation? You wouldn't happen to be from the health inspection office, would you? Oh, drat. This distresses me, and I do not like feeling cross. I warned the orchardist this could happen when we halted our monthly So, what might you be looking to find out, Mr. Inspector? Oh, gosh golly, for a slug motivator is intimidating. The overseeing orchardist had with our new morale-boosting Sorry. There...
So listen, you have a fucking parasite on your neck.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected near... Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as... Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as...
Did I hear something?
Helen.
Maybe.
Make him regret.
I said laugh louder!
Nice one! Don't mess it up.
They're on us.
I'll keep it down.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. 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 Timeline discrepancy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, did
Watch
I
out!
hear something?
Let someone bring me down. There they go. My life. I just wanted to make you smile. I'll fix you right up. Here we go. Smile. That was fun. I said laugh.
Oh, honey, I'm home.
I can hear you out there. If you still possess the majority of your mental capacity.
That's awful. I wonder if this poor fella had a family.
in the Aether did you get in here? You're not a Rizzo's authorized. Oh, void it all. What does it even matter now? What do you want? Speak up and quickly if you will. Oh, please. Do I look like some simpleton groundskeeper to you? You do know I possess one of the highest IQs in all of Eridanos. Ah, you must be the freelancer captain he hired to solve that idiot actor's misfortunately timed murder. Excellent. You'll be inclined to aid me then. You see, I've found myself in a bit of a pickle. Some of my lab techs have turned rather aggressive following a recent experiment gone awry. Hence why I've barricaded myself in the lab. Yes. Perhaps you'll find some useful apparatus and lose my life's work?
Even I think that's pretty cold, and I'm a mercenary.
Staff can be replaced, you know. Research data? Now that's invaluable. Excellent. You have my gratitude, and soon you'll have my knowledge of Miss Bellamy's recent visit as well. Now, if you'd rather not kill my lab techs during this cleanup, I believe you can dispense a sedative gas from a terminal in the utility room.
Your call, Captain. I don't know if the lab techs can even be helped at this point.
The door to the lower lab